there, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the A to Z makeup challenge. I first heard about this challenge on Jen Phelps' channel. I'll link her channel below for you, and I will link her A to Z makeup video so you can see the things that she chose as well. I'm going to be following Jen's example and choosing a brand for each letter of the alphabet, and then I'll tell you about the product that I think is the best from that brand. So let's get right to it. Starting off with A, I'm going with a brand that I think is really underrated. I don't understand why more people don't talk about this brand. Maybe it's because they don't have a lot of variety of products right now. They have lip products, and I understand that they just came out with a brush set, but mostly they're known for their eyeshadows, and their eyeshadows are fantastic. The formula is absolutely phenomenal. And the price is just, it can't be beat. Perhaps it's because they're not really carried in stores or anything, and you have to buy them online. I don't know. But I love this brand. I love their eyeshadows, and that's why I chose Alter Ego. I have quite a few of the Alter Ego eyeshadow palettes, but the one that I think is probably their best right now is the Artemis palette. This wonderful palette comes with 28 different shades. You've got a really good mix of mattes and shimmers. You can do any look you would like. Mostly they're warm. There are, quite a few neutrals, and then there's some beautiful pops of color right here in the middle. I love this palette. It is so versatile, and it is so good. And it's only like, what, $22 for all of this, and the packaging beyond compare. Look at this big beautiful mirror you've got, and then the packaging itself is sturdy. It's that real soft finish, and look how pretty and shiny it is. I don't think that you can beat Alter Ego as far as price and quality of eyeshadows, and it was really easy for me to choose this as my letter A. For the letter B, I chose the brand Buxom, and what I think is their best product is their full-on lip plumping creams. My favorite shade is this one. It is White Russian. It is so iconic. In fact, it's so iconic, Buxom has recently released an entire line of cosmetics called White Russian, and I can't wait to try those out as well. But I really love the lip plumping cream. Not only is it shiny and glossy and very comfortable to wear, it's also packed with vitamins A and E. They also say they have unique peptides and a hyaluronic acid booster. I don't know what that is, but whatever it is, it makes your lips all nice and soft. As far as plumping the lips, no, I don't think any lip plumping actually plums. You get this nice little tingle, doesn't hurt, it just feels really cool and really nice. I think it is the hydration that makes your lips look more plump. It's the shine that makes your lips look fuller. This is a beautiful product. I love the Buxom formula. I'm going to warn you now that this video is going to be really heavy on the eyeshadow palettes because I love eyeshadow palettes. And the letter C, well, that just kind of proves it. I'm going with ColourPop. And ColourPop has a ton of eyeshadows. They have a ton of makeup. They come out with a new release, I think, every week. And this is one of their latest ones. And in my opinion, it is absolutely stunning. It's the Stone Cold Fox palette. You get 30 cool toned shades in this palette. This is one of those palettes that if you only own one palette, this would be the one to own. Look at all of this. You've got mauve plums, you've got pinks, you've got gray, brown, this beautiful white shade. Beautiful palette, and while most of my eyeshadow palettes live in my eyeshadow palette cabinet, this one lives right here on my desk. This is my go-to palette as far as anything I want to do. If I want to do something quick, if I want to do something a little bit more involved, I can get it all from this one eyeshadow palette. For the letter D, I don't have the product. I know, I did have the product. It's from Dior, and it is their original Dior Show Mascara. The reason I don't have it anymore is because mine was incredibly elderly. It was so far beyond expired. So I tossed it out 4 or 5 months ago. I'll put a picture up here of the Dior Show for you. I love this formula. I really do. It's a fantastic mascara. No flaking, no smudging. It gave me phenomenal length and volume to my lashes. The only reason that I didn't repurchase it when I had to throw my other one out is because I have a ton of other mascaras that I'm using up right now. But I would repurchase the Dior Show. It's a stunning formula. For the letter E, I went with the brand e.l.f. e.l.f. is not only really great quality makeup and skincare, they're also incredibly affordable and you can find them anywhere. Out of all the products that e.l.f. has, I think their best one so far has got to be the New Classics eyeshadow palette. You get 18 shades in this, matte, satin, shimmer, all for less than $15. If you're into warmer colors, like the ColourPop Stone Cold Fox didn't, do it for you, this one definitely might. You've got the neutrals, you've got a few little pops of color that aren't too over the top, but it's a good all-around eyeshadow palette. It's another one. If you're not into cools and you wanted something a little warmer, this would be a really good one eyeshadow palette to own. And e.l.f. has really been knocking it out of the park with the quality of their eyeshadows lately. And I think that the New Classics palette was probably the first one that I remember where they got it right across the board. For the letter F, I went with Flower Beauty. This is Drew Barrymore's brand, and when she started Flower Beauty, she had it sold exclusively at Walmart because she wanted women to have the opportunity to buy really great quality makeup at a really affordable price and make it somewhere where it was easy to find, easy to buy. Then after a while, they started selling it at Ulta as well. Then they didn't sell it at Ulta anymore, and then you couldn't find it at Walmart either, and it got kind of weird and nobody knew what it was. You had to go to the Flower Beauty website to buy it, which, wasn't that big of a deal, but where did it go? Well, now it's back at Ulta. Don't know if it's back at Walmart. I haven't been in a Walmart in a year, but Ulta, it is there. They don't carry the full line of the Flower Beauty collections at Ulta, but they do carry some, and this is one of them, and it is the Light Illusion Foundation. I have mine in the shade 01 Porcelain. Beautiful foundation, y'all. Seriously, this gives a really nice medium coverage. You can build it up. You can't build it onto full, but you can build it up from medium. And the great thing about it is you don't feel like you have makeup on your face. It's such a light formula. And to give the coverage that it does and not feel heavy is just absolutely amazing. Plus, it gives your face this gorgeous luminosity. You're not greasy, you're not shiny, you're just luminous. You look healthy. It's got a broad spectrum SPF of 18, which, well, it really doesn't make any difference. 18, 15, it's way below the 30 that you're recommended to have, and you're not going to put as much of this on as you're going to need to get the SPF anyway, so yeah. The only drawback to this foundation is it only comes in 15 shades. That being said, the 15 shades that it has are a really good comprehensive range of tones. So it's not going to be too hard for people of any skin tone to be able to find a good match. And this is a great foundation to use. I didn't have any beauty brands in my collection that start with the letter G. I know, I'm falling behind. But I do have something that starts with the letter G that I absolutely adore, and it is in the realm of beauty, so I'm counting it. It's from Gucci, and it's Bamboo Perfume. This is my absolute favorite perfume. This one is a 2.5 ounce size. My husband got it for me for our anniversary a couple of years ago. I also have a little roller ball that I carry around in my purse to do touch-ups with. This is a woody floral, which is kind of hard to explain. The base notes are Casablanca Lily, Orange Blossom, and Ylang Ylang. The middle note is Gray Amber Accords, which sounds like a car, but it smells good, whatever it is. And the top notes are Sandalwood and Tahitian Vanilla. In fact, you go onto the Gucci website to see what it says about the perfume. Get this. Gucci Bamboo's sensorial composition draws its inspiration from the Gucci woman's harmonious dichotomy. Y'all, this brings out my harmonious dichotomy. This is my signature fragrance. I love Gucci Bamboo. For the letter H, I kind of had a toss-up for a little bit until I realized I really couldn't pick one because I only own one product from the brand, and that is Hip Dot. I would really like to try some more things from them, and I'm going to do that in the future, the near future, because this one eyeshadow palette I have from them is gorgeous. Look at this, y'all. This is their Cenote palette. Look at those colors. Oh my gosh. Formula is really great. I'm going to have to try more from Hip Dot. But when I went for the letter H, I did pick a brand that I own quite a few things from, and that's Huda Beauty. And I went with the Mercury Retrograde eyeshadow palette. I love this palette. You get 18 different shades. There are 4 different textures. You've got matte, really sheer multi-reflective, some really high shine metallics, and one glitter. This just looks like springtime in a box to me, and it's really reflective, and it's kind of hard to show you. Like all Huda Beauty eyeshadows, they are really great quality. They're very blendable, highly pigmented, just a beautiful overall palette. And look at this packaging. That is so cool with the holographic. So Huda Beauty beat out Hip Dot to come in for my letter H. For the letter I went with a skincare product, and it is from IT Cosmetics, and it's their Confidence in an Eye Cream. I talked more about this product in my PM skincare routine. I will link that below for you. Since I have been using this eye cream, my under eyes, and above my eyes too, because I put it all the way around, are more hydrated and in better shape than they have been, y'all, in years. That super ceramide complex that this has really, really works. This is hands down the best eye cream that I have ever used. And because it is, it beat out all other IT Cosmetics products for me, and I had to pick this one because it really stands out. For the letter J, I went with Juvia's Place. I own quite a bit of product from Juvia's Place, mostly eyeshadows. Oh, what a big surprise. I also own quite a few of their blush palettes, and I have just ordered the foundation and conditioner so I can try it out too, and I'll let you know how that goes when I get it in. But when I went to pick, I went with their Nudes palette. This is such a sweet little palette, 6 absolutely beautiful nude neutral shades. They're all on the warmer side, but they are gorgeous. All of them just work together absolutely perfectly. And Juvia's Place has beautiful, beautiful formula on their eyeshadows. I've never been disappointed by a Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette before. And the size of this, it's just as cute as it can be. You can just throw it in your bag and go and have all the shades you need to touch up or even change your look during the day. For the letter K, I chose the brand Kiko Milano. Kiko Milano is now being carried at Ulta. Some of it is, not all of it. It's another brand that I would like to try more from. Right now, all I have is their lip glosses, but man, they are great enough to catapult them over everything else that starts with a K in my collection and vault them right to the top. These are the Baseline 3D Hydra Lip Glosses. They are non-sticky. They are just as smooth as velvet, and they are very glossy. They give such an attractive lift to your lips. And the lip glosses are carried on Ulta. Hopefully they'll be carrying more of their things, but like I said, it's no big deal to just pop on over to Kiko Milano's website and try some of their other things as well. For the letter L, I went with another lip product, and this one is from L'Oreal. The Color Riche Shine lipsticks are just absolutely phenomenal in my opinion. Out of all the shades I have, I love every single one of them just as equally. They're a beautiful formula, gorgeous color payout with these without being over the top. They're sheer without washing away, and they all have the shine in them. So if you don't want to carry around an extra lip gloss, just stick this in your pocket and go. You can, and get a beautiful shine and sheen to your lips. And y'all, look at the packaging on this. Is that not gorgeous? Just a drugstore lipstick, but absolutely beautiful. The letter M just had to go to Milani. I love just about everything I've ever gotten from Milani, but to me their standout product is their baked blushes. All of their baked blushes are a matte blush formula, but they all have a beautiful sheen shifted into them. Nothing sparkly or glittery or over the top, just a beautiful lit from within luminosity that's built right into the blushes. This is the color Luminoso, and it's kind of like Milani's iconic baked blush shade. It's a gorgeous pinky peach color, and it's got kind of a gold sheen to it, which means that you don't have to use a highlighter if you don't want to. You use this blush and you're going to get that beautiful lift to your cheeks. I knew when I got to the letter N, I was going to go with Natasha Denona. That's because, in my opinion, Natasha Denona has the best eyeshadow formula out there. I don't think anybody can beat the Natasha Denona eyeshadow formula. I have a lot of her palettes. I have the big ones, I have the little ones, I have the in-between ones, but when it came time to pick the one that I thought really stood out, I went with this sweet little palette right here. This is the Mini Zendo palette. You've got 5 warm neutrals right here. You've got burgundy, pink, there's a coral with a bronze shift, and then there's just a dusty coral and a warm silver. And you get a lot of product in here with these 5 shadows. $25 for a Natasha Denona palette, and they've got that gorgeous quality that all Natasha Denona palettes have. You can really work with this palette to make any look you want. And look at the size. It's perfect for just taking along with you. All of her eyeshadow palettes are standouts to me, but something about the Mini Zendo, that just really put it over the top for me. When it came to the letter O, I can only think of one makeup brand that started with O, and that's Ofra, but I only own one product from them, and it is a lip product which is not my shade. So I really couldn't go with it. I can't judge the whole brand off that one product. So I went with a hair care product, and it's from Olaplex. I've been using 2 of their products for the past couple of weeks. The No. 0 Intensive Bond Building Hair Treatment and their No. 3 Hair Perfector. Most people have heard of the No. 3. It is a big deal because for a long time you could only get Olaplex treatments at the salon, and they're not cheap. But now you can get it at home. And they've recently released the No. 0, which is an intensive repair treatment. Both of these are bond repair treatments, and they take your broken, frizzy, damaged hair, repair the bonds, and make it shiny and silky and smooth. And do not judge the products from this hair. I had a fight with my Beach Waver today, and the Beach Waver won. And like I said, I've only been using these a couple of weeks. I've used this once, I've used this twice, because you don't want to overdo it with these. But I've already noticed a distinct difference in my hair since I started using these. Put this one on, wait 10 minutes. Put this one on, wait at least 10 minutes. I think you can wait up to an hour with this. Rinse them out, then wash your hair as usual. And when I rinsed these out, it was like I had somebody else's hair on my head. It felt so good. So I'm really eager to see what these 2 products can do for my hair over the long haul. For the letter P, I chose Physicians Formula, and I chose Physicians Formula because of their butter bronzer. You've got several different shades of butter bronzer from light to dark. This one is just called bronzer. They've got Muru butter, Kupuasu butter, and Takuma butter, which makes them so moisturizing, so soft, and so good for your skin, while it gives you that gorgeous bronzed beachy look. They're so soft. They are so creamy. And then when they dry down, they're like a powder, but they're not powdery. They've got that gorgeous kind of a sheeny look going on. You really look like you've been out on the beach all day. And speaking of the beach, this smells like being at the beach. It's just, there's really no good way to describe the scent of the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. It's just, it smells like vacation. It's a gorgeous bronzer. I'm really glad I found this. I've been finding some of the things that I kind of forgot I had. This is one of them. It's going right back into my rotation, so I can use it a lot more frequently. There is no beauty brand that starts with the letter Q. I know, right? So if you're wanting to start a beauty brand, there's a market niche for you. Start something that starts with the letter Q, and then I'll put it in our next A to Z makeup tag. So we're going to skip Q and we're going to go right on into R. I chose Revlon for my letter R, and I chose a product that has been around forever. However, I think they have reformulated it. All I know is it's a lot better than it used to be, and it's the Revlon Powder Blush. First of all, you get a lot more in the pan than you used to get. Secondly, it's a whole lot more pigmented than it used to be. This is some knockout color you get from these. And thirdly, they're not chalky and powdery like the Revlon blushes used to be. These are gorgeous. They go on so smooth. They blend out so well. And like I said, they are incredibly pigmented. I've got this one on today. This is Pinkalicious. And then I've also got Rose Balm, which I use a whole lot. I don't know what they did. If anything, I swear they had to have done something to it. But whatever they did, Revlon knocked it out of the park with those powder blushes because they are gorgeous. For the letter S, I went with Sol de Janeiro, and I went with their iconic Boom Boom Cream. This absolutely gorgeous cream. First of all, it smells luscious. I mean, there's no other word for it but luscious. It has cupuaçu butter for deep hydration. It's also got guarana extract. That's got caffeine in it, and that helps to tighten skin. And it just feels like heaven going on, leaves your skin baby soft. And did I mention that it smells luscious? If the Physicians Formula butter bronzer smelled like a vacation, this smells like literally moving to the tropics and living there forever and laying on the beach and watching palm trees. And I can't open this one because it's not open yet. I've got another one that's open and I haven't opened this one yet. Love the Boom Boom Cream. It performs great and it smells wonderful. I also like their Coco Cabana cream. It smells a little coconutty to me, but really what it smells like to me is buttered popcorn, but in a really good way. And while this one is good, I mean, it's got the same skin softening thing as everything else, the Boom Boom Cream wins out for me, and mainly it's that smell. Gosh, it smells so good. Hey, I'm back. I had to take a break. My camera died again. So, anyway, where were we? I think we were on the letter T. I think so. The letter T, I chose Tarte, and I went with the Timeless Smoothing Primer. I talked more about this product in my Makeup Favorites video, and I will link that below for you. Now, not only does this primer give you the most gorgeous, poreless, smooth canvas for your makeup to lay on top of, it's also got peptides, C, E, and green bean extracts, and those are all antioxidants. So not only does it give you a great prime for your makeup, it also helps to protect and nourish your skin. It's a wonderful, wonderful primer. I've been using it for years, and unless I have to, I'm not going to use anything else but this one. I knew I would choose Urban Decay for the letter U, and wow, it's an eyeshadow palette. I know, yeah. Anyway, it was kind of hard for me to choose. I almost went with Naked Honey because I really like how unique those shades are. I don't have those in any other palette that I have. But in the end, I went with one that's just absolutely my tried and true favorite, and that is Naked 3. 12 gorgeous shimmer, metallic, and matte shade, all rose gold neutrals. And you can see that I have hit pan on the lightest shade. And y'all, I never hit pan on eyeshadows. I never use them that much to hit pan because I've got so many and I just rotate them through. You can tell how much I use this. I have it on my eyes today. I love this. The rose gold neutrals, the way they all blend together. Great Urban Decay formula. Thanks to Urban Decay for A, not retiring this like they did the Smoky and the original Naked, bring those back, and B, for keeping such a great formula around. Naked 3, that is my favorite out of all the Naked palettes. For the letter V, I went with Violet Voss. She has wonderful eyeshadow palettes as well, especially the one that I think is just absolutely outstanding in every way, and it's the Sweet Violets palette. This cute little palette is just packed with 10 eyeshadows. Matte, foil, metallic, satin, all kinds of wonderful finishes. Look at all the pretty purples. You've got that bright pink. You've got the pops of gold and kind of a bronzy pink in here. It's a wonderful palette. A little mirror in it and everything. And it's small. It's compact. Another really great travel-friendly eyeshadow palette. This one from Violet Voss. For I went back to the drugstore and went to Wet n Wild. I've been a Wet n Wild fan for years and years and years and years, but I think one of their real standout products is their Color Icon bronzer. I've got mine in Sunset Striptease. These bronzers are fantastic. They are kind of a hybrid between a cream and a powder. So they feel really smooth in the pan, but then they go on really nice. And since it's got that creamy thing going on with it, they don't lay on top of you like, you know, a powdery, cakey mess. They're lovely. They blend in well. They've got a great undertone. This one does anyway. And they just give you that beautiful tropical summertime glow. So the Color Icon bronzer, this one, Sunset Striptease, it's my favorite from Wet n Wild. I know that XX Revolution should be in my X letter. I don't own anything from XX Revolution yet. I will one day. So I'm going to skip that one and we're going to go straight on to Y. And I went with YSL for the letter Y, and I went with their All Hours foundation. Mine is in B30 Almond, and you would think it was a little bit too dark for me, but once I get it on, it's a really great shade match. It's what I'm wearing today. I like this foundation because it is a soft matte, but mainly because it gives you full coverage. You can put it on medium if you use a damp beauty sponge. If you use a brush, you're going to get absolutely full coverage. And since it's a soft matte, it's not dull on your face. It looks really nice. At least I think so anyway. It comes in 33 different shades, so everybody is going to be able to find something that goes with your skin tone. The only drawback to it is, like all prestige brands, the YSL All Hours foundation is heavily fragranced. They know they shouldn't do it. They do it anyway. And it's not just YSL. Like I said, it's all the prestige brands, but this one does have a fragrance, and while it's not objectionable, it's really strong. So if you're sensitive to fragrance, the All Hours foundation is probably not going to be for you. If fragrance doesn't bother you, I mean, it doesn't stick around forever. It does dissipate after a short while. You might really like this if you're looking for a full coverage foundation that doesn't make you look dull and heavy. And I don't have a product for the letter Z. I know that Zoeva is there, and I should own things by Zoeva. I don't yet. That's one of the ones I've got on my list to try. So since I don't have a Z, I guess YSL is going to wrap up my A to Z makeup tag. This was really fun. I enjoyed doing this video. I really hope that you enjoyed watching it too. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. I would really love to have you as a subscriber. Ring the notification bell, and maybe YouTube will send you a notification that I've done an upload next time. They're kind of iffy about doing that. I don't know what their deal is right now. And don't forget to share this video with any of your friends who you think are interested in beauty, skincare, lifestyle, and all kinds of fun things for those of us over 50. Again, thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. I am so grateful, and I appreciate you so much. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.